Okay. Now we hit this button. It says it's live. Let's hope. Come on, make the thing go. Why are you being such a pain in the butt, sir? Hello, guys. I'm just trying to get my damn chat to work. It doesn't really want to work. And I want to say all the lovely things I know you're all going to say. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. Okay, let me step over. Ah! Okay. Oh, yep, I can hear myself. Cool. Hi. Now, I think I just screwed up the orientation there, so let's move her a little bit. Come on. Don't lean over. You were perfectly aligned. What did I do? I touched you. Ah, whatever. Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, so... he ran off. Damn it. I have some really awesome lizards in my backyard. Yeah, that's not going to stay up. Okay, we need to adjust it. 1 second. Put it on something flatter. Usually I balance it on my robe, but I'm going to be wearing that today. Okay, come on. Come on. Stay flat. Okay, 1 second. Can I put you on like a pile of papers? Does that sound like a good idea? Not really. Am I going to do it anyway? Yeah. There. How's that? Now, if we just wait for it to catch up, align properly. Yeah, okay, it's not bad. Put it back to there. Hell, I can see it on the front. Okay, cool. Thankfully, I already caffeinated. I will take a note on that. So here's what we got right now, guys. This is what we left off with. I got the trays in, so they're down here. They perfectly fit with the beds I have. This one I already filled with tomato seeds because I'm impatient. But I was debating the putting up this next layer because there's not going to be any room for the PC to continue to climb up unless I take the entire top off. So we're probably just going to work with this as is. The one issue I have is the underlining unit here for lighting. It's this thing. It's basically a small little thin LED panel. I want to mount these for illumination down here on the bottom shelf. The one issue I have is this is all already zip tied. So we're gonna pretty much have to take this partially apart so I can get under there and zip tie these. So I have these in 2 different boxes. Hey, hon?
I know you're on camera.
Yep, okay. Just making sure you knew. But it's going to basically be getting all of that properly aligned, and I need to go find the power unit. Can you not throw stuff down at me? I've got sensitive equipment down here.
I'm sensitive equipment.
I know you're sensitive, goober.
You're a goober.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have your mask on?
Yes. Oh, boo. Please. Hi. I know. I'm working. She always interrupts me.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so we're just going to basically take these boxes out. I can literally just pull the tray out. That's good. This one's already filled with stuff. I need to move it. So we're going to put it over here for now. And this one, it doesn't have anything in it. The thing about these is I got to drill the holes in them for drainage, which is a bit annoying. I've been using my knife. But otherwise, we basically just need to get this. But it's also bolted to, not bolted, but attached. So we're going to take parts of the frame off right here so we can get access to these lights because I didn't think it through. Come on. Ah! Okay, come on. Wow, it's really in there. Okay. I don't want to break my wall, but it's fine. Let's just step over here on the cursed I don't even know what to call it at this point. And get this top part off. Okay. So we're gonna move this over here somewhere. I don't know. But now we just need to access this bottom part. So I think the best way to do that is to flip it over. So now I got something like that, and now I can align the wires up properly. It's just now I got to think about how I want to wire this. Do I want the wires to come on the left or right side? And I also need to think about how I want to set all of that up. I think either side will work for the outlet I have for it, but let me see. Where's the LED panel I had? Let me go ahead and move the top of the thing back over here. So these LED panels, it's two pieces attached by a separate piece like this. So I can either have it attached like that or attached like that. I think based off of where the middle bar is, I think it would actually be better to attach them like this. But let me quickly look what the coverage is gonna look like. Oh yeah, that's fine. Is that even seeable on the stream? I mean, yeah, can you see the, no, you can't really see the bottom shelf. Okay. Let's go ahead and adjust this down slightly without getting a paper cut. And there, now you can see it a bit better. So I've got two panels, and we're gonna set them up over that way, and then I'm gonna need basically some zip ties to tie those panels to the top. I just have to be really careful when I tighten them because I don't want to fracture the panel. Otherwise, it's gonna break the internal lighting setup because it's very delicate in there. So we're gonna take this little thing out and put it on here. Shove that in. And we're going to take these, push them in. All right, those are locked. And I want the electrical stuff to come out on the other side. So this is rotated right now. So that means I need to have them facing this way so I can feed them properly. So something like that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. And now I just need to figure out how I'm gonna zip tie these things to that, and then how much room I'm gonna need for the cord. So let me get the cord real quick. Where'd I put that damn thing? There's a white cord somewhere around here. Ah, there she is. And then it's a switch. So that fed through running down to the bottom. I think there's enough range on that, so something like that, and then fed through. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. Now we just need to zip tie the damn thing. So where did my zip ties go? I had some down here. Here's one, but this is the one I cut, so that's useless. Can you tell I'm a bit of a disorganized mess? But let me see if I can find them. Where did I put the zip ties? All right. Here they are. So these are the mini ones. Where did I put the bigger ones? Ah, crap, whatever. These small ones should work fine. Okie dokie. Oh, brilliant. Let's get that moved. Put that there. Babushka. Okay. Now, if this is going to attach to the top, that means we need to wrap it around the wire frame of this. So we might almost want to get a diagonal pattern here just so I can get it wrapped on both sides. Because aligning this, there might be a way for me to get all of the sides aligned here, but it's going to be tough. And then even then, I might need the longer cable ties actually, because I probably have to feed it through both holes and then overarching the loops. So let me go find those and see if that'll work. Because I thought I could do individual things there, but I don't think it's gonna work. Where the hell, did she take them back? Oh dear, she might have taken the bigger cable ties. Give me 1 second. Okay. Ha. By the way, this is plugged in, so don't worry about the battery. All right. So the one issue I'm gonna have is all the way over here because it has the power unit attached to it. So I might not even bother cable tying that one. I don't know who just subbed. I heard it on my computer over there. Thank you. I'll do a sub shout out at the end of this. I can't believe I heard it all the way from my fucking headphones over there. It was faint, but it makes a distinctive when I'm across the room. It makes a few distinctive S sounds that I've just memorized the pattern of by now. Oh, that's funny. But thank you to whoever subbed or resubbed. Hope you keep enjoying everything. And this is just our little filler because the OFCRA thing died. The DayZ server's down. And I'm just trying to build a damn greenhouse. All right. So how do we want to do this? Oh my God, they're not big enough. Oh God. So I don't want to apply too much pressure to risk fracturing it, but yeah, that's gonna give. Crap. So how am I gonna tie this then? I heard that one too. Thank you to whoever did it. Maybe. Someone just gave a group then, because that was 2 back-to-back. Thank you. Who ever gave out those gift subs? Hope you keep enjoying everything. If you got a sub from them, make sure you thank them. I need to do a little test here with the wiring. So that was what 3, 4? Here, what I might be able to do is utilize these side holes and tie it to the side, but again, the range isn't enough. I'm just worried with these smaller holes that are on the sides, on the corners, this zip tie isn't gonna fit, but this is now my best bet. Yeah, so the zip tie's too big. Yeah, oh man. Crap. So another way I could do it was with some hooking, with some wiring, but I was not expecting to run into this issue. All right. I was kind of dreading it though, you know, as a potential what if. I'm an idiot. What if we just take the hole, we loop it, and then we loop it outside the hole, and that'll tie it to the, we can just do that. Duh. Yep, and that'll firmly secure it. So I need 8 little cable ties then. So actually that's a little concerning though, because I need to then have 16 of these. So let's do, let's do 4 for now. Let me do a quick head count of how many of these I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 16 exactly. So is there anything else I'm gonna need to tie down on this thing? I don't think so, based off of how I'm doing the lighting, because I have a hang light that's gonna go on the top, but I'm literally just gonna put it on the top of the greenhouse, because that's what I've been doing with my other greenhouse unit, and it's fine. So, yeah, this should be good. Plus, we might not be able to use all 16 because of how some of these corners are set up, so we'll see. Okay, buddy, come on. Yeah, I always have to test them to make sure I know which way they actually slide through. Otherwise, it doesn't always want to work with me. Alright, that's that side attached. What I'll probably do is I'll come back down here with scissors and cut all the extra loops. Yeah, so I might only be able to do one, but that's going to potentially make this fall to that then. So I need a way to saw to secure it on the other side. And I just heard another sub. I appreciate it, guys. Hope you keep enjoying everything. Now I've already tested these panels too to make sure they don't go too hot, because there's always the risk of them melting the cable ties. Thankfully this panel didn't really get hot at all, so it should be fine on that regard. Yeah, so one issue I'm running into right now is there's a little bit of a turn right here to get these fitted to the wires. I don't think that's going to be an issue with electricity. But before we do anything, I will do a plug-in just to test. Actually, I'm going to do it right now, just to make sure that this middle connecting unit is working properly. So, wow. My cable management is also usually horrible, so this is pretty damn funny. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the other thing over yonder. And again, this will be all fed to a different system. so it still works even though it's slightly bent out of position. But I'm gonna have 2 of these. So that's gonna really heavily illuminate that bottom shelf, which is gonna be quite nice because the plants are gonna be right here. So this is gonna be like for my pea plants, which I have actually growing in the other greenhouse. I might show you guys after this. So that is good. Let's go ahead and get that unplugged. Whoop. But yeah, that's nice and secure now. So I think I'm only gonna need 4 cable ties for all of it, but I hope that looked kind of cool. Do I live in a dressing gown? Shut up, Forge, you little shit. All right. So, yeah, that's already pretty well secure. I'm gonna do 1 more cable tie in the middle, and then we'll call it, because I think it's good. These things are literally like only a few ounces. They're very light, which is quite nice. Yeah, all right, so that should be good. I just need to come in with scissors and get these cut, but yeah, those are staying on there. All right, let me get the second panel now. Wow. Which is right here. Okay. So yeah, this is also a hanging kit in case I wanted to hang them, which is why you have all those different holes there. But because I'm doing it as a double-tiered shelf, I don't really have the room to hang it because then that's lost distance on the other stuff. But now I'm looking for the connector unit for the 2. And my other fear with this is light stress. But if I notice that, I can just turn one of the units off. But again, it's going to be a lot of experimentation. Where did I put the little box? There she is. So this will have the power cord in it. And I still don't see the connector unit. Where did I put it? Has to be in here then. There she is, yeah, she's using this little. Very important piece, because otherwise you can't power the other panel. All right, so we want this to be oriented the same way, so I'm gonna need this piece lined up with this piece. Go ahead. Get this little lightning rod here. Why don't you want to go in? There we go. It's like playing with motherboards. Click it into place. And get that lined up with where we need it to be. There we go. So sitting down. Let's go ahead and set up our opposites here. So we want this one to be over here. All right, cool. And now we just need to get through this damn hole, loop it around. Cool, that one's attached. This one, check which way it goes. It's that way. I see no God here other than me. All right. Now this is interesting because I could actually get these in two different ways. I can do it like this and then zip tie the corner here. Because it's lined up to the side. So I'm already finding a different way to do that. So that gets it centrally secured. I just need one secure piece over on that side, and that might bend it. And the reason I can do that is because I move those lights a little to the left to line it up. This is still going to be okay, but it's interesting that we have that lined up. But yeah, no, it's lined up that way as well there too. So, fuck, 1 second. Find the hole. There we go. Yeah. Alley-oop. Now, another mistake I made was I should have done an out-of-the-box test first to make sure that all of them lit up. Because when I test it now, I'm putting my faith that it's going to work. I put the cable tie in on the wrong angle too. Lovely. Yeah, wrong angle, dude. So come on. Wrong hole. I'm having some really big trouble here approximating it. But yeah, you always want to do an out-of-the-box build with any sort of electronics, because once you install them, and if they're not correct, then yeah, you're SOL. Why am I having so much difficulty or orientating? There we go. Good God. All right. A little bit of looseness on the corners, but I mean, that doesn't really affect much because of the panel. And then this should be fine. All right. So I should have, well, we want to test the cord that came with it too. But, okay. And I know it's the right one because it's still wrapped. I want to see what this looks like on the stream side too. Alright. Ow, I just stabbed myself on the fucking... Got a little trouble snapping that in, but that's fine. And let's give her a go. Ooh. No dead pixels. Awesome. I'm curious though, I want to see what that looks like on the stream. Woohoo, it's bright. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks good. All right. Now we still have some wiring to do. But overall, that looks pretty good. So we know everything works on that side. Now we just need to attach the top and flip it. So let's go ahead, bring this damn thing back. I don't want to not risk knocking the camera. So let's put that there. And now we're gonna flip. Whoop. All right. And those panels are staying in place. Awesome. Now we just gotta put the top back on. Get the poles back aligned. Alrighty. Yeah. And then this side has the holes coming out. Cool, 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 cool. So, with that said done, we're not going to need that last wire rack because I was going to build it up to here, but because I don't think the P's or any beams are going to be able to go through there, I'm just going to forego it. But that is still a risk that, you know, that might all happen. That's okay, we'll work with it. So, now what do we need to do next? This needs to go down here. No, it doesn't because we have a, yeah. It's zip tied a little too tightly, so now it's going up. All right, 1 second, I gotta adjust the ties. Let's see. I'm gonna be honest, we can literally just do something like put some weight on it and force it down. Now I want the tomatoes moved up a level, but that should be good. Now let's start some wiring. And figure out how this is all going to be set. And see if we blow out the circuit breaker in the process. All right. Now here's the really iffy part. Am I going to be able to connect both of these at once to the back outlet? So I'm going to give myself some space here. Come on. And we're going to do our wiring on the other side. So let me go put that box over there. Let's put that on the bottom. I need to grab the other one. I hate this thing so much. Cool, both fit. All right. So now we're just going to push this thing back. Now there is a cover for this as well. I'm not going to put it on yet. I want to do a bit of an out-of-the-box build with the wiring and then put the cover on. Just to show some stuff off. Now, also this is going to look really ghetto, and I know a lot of you are going to hate it because of how I'm going to build it, but you know, that's fine. So let's put another cooking module down here. Flower bed, because I need to start thinking about how I want to do my spacing. because the heating element is a little chunky. Well, I think I can figure this out. Okay. Let's start setting up all my other stuff here. And this is where I got to be really careful about my wiring length. I had to get all this measured as I was doing stuff. But really, regardless of where this is facing, it doesn't really matter, because I just need something to give good circulation, because that's going to help blow the heated air around in it, because this will all be a closed off space. And that's also why it's good that that has a wire frame in the back, because this stops anything from pushing over. The one thing I didn't adjust for was enough room for this fan to be properly mounted in here, but that should be fine. I'm gonna snake this under here because that's where the end of the stuff is gonna be. We're gonna get that plugged in. Also, everything in here is low wattage, or at least as low as I could get it. The highest wattage item is gonna be the heating unit, but that's only 300 watts. And then the lights are below 75 a piece. I'm still worried about overloading that because that's also tied to all of this stuff. So like I said, that's my only worry, is the bottleneck right there. But it's a really simple solution. If you want to use this, you just turn this off with a switch right here. So, and the breaker's right there, so in case I do blow it out, I could easily have it fixed. Okay. Now what do I want to wire? Let's wire the two lighting elements, because the final lighting element I need to properly adjust. So these need to be wired under as well. So I need to get under the tart because it's gonna cut off, and then bring them up like this. I don't know why I'm one-handing this. Okay. Cool. So let's wrap. Oh, yep, that's what I was worried about. So the slightest knockover, that fan will hit there. Again, my fear is the heating element. So that, yeah, it has the room, so we can just do it like that. Cool. All right. Now I just gotta reach there, plug that in. I can't do two modules at the same time next to each other because of how thick the adapters are. So let's get that one set up. Now I just gotta reach under here. Get that other cord in. It's getting stuck on the switch, which is kind of funny. There we go. And we just have to reach there. Get that plugged in. We can pull the slack. But yeah, everything will be controlled to the bottom shelf, which is great because these zip up from the bottom to the top. So if I want to control everything, I can literally control it from right here. Awesome. All right, let's. Oh, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. All right, cool. Now the heating unit. Right, yes, so I got an extension cord for it because it's meant to be plugged into a wall socket. This is going to give me more versatility with it. And I already have a setup that works like this. The one thing I got to make sure to angle properly is where it's going to be blowing out to. So, like I said, this is probably one of the most ghetto setups I've ever made. I prefer to have more space for something like this, but everything in this house belongs to Bloodwing, and occasionally she'll section off a little corner for me to work in. That's why my office is in the corner over there. So, you know, I work with what I'm given.
You asked for the basement.
She just said something in Bloodwingese. I don't know what it was. I don't care. All right, that means she's watching this stream too, which scares me. Well, at least you'll be able to see if I blow out the house's electrical stuff live. All right. Now here's where it's going to get funny to wire. Because what I might just do is wire this underneath the back side there, because I don't want the wire interfering with this fan. And I don't want this in the greenhouse. So, in order to snake that around, we're gonna have to reach it like this. That fan's gonna fall out as I pull. And then I need to work it under there. That means I have to pull this back and then lift the whole frame up. Oh my God, come on. There we go. So that's snaked through. Now we set that back up to there. I need a little more slack. Yeah, I'm totally fine on the slack. I just need to get some more. Come on. This is why I didn't want to put the cover on it, because that would have made this a lot tougher to balance it all out, getting all the wiring under this area. So we have that set. Now I just need some more slack to allow this to be fully pushed. If I find that it's an issue, I can always wire tie or cable tie the wire back there, and that will be fine. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to rewire these real quick because I want them to go up the side. I don't want them to interfere with that there, and that I can still then control on that other side. All right, cool. And now this bad boy. You know, I could probably just undermount. So if I want to do that, I need to cut the slack here. Ah! The one issue is I need a way to control it. So we could probably just put it in the in-between space right there. It's just how am I going to get proper circulation? If that's the case, then, because I can... No, let's do it like this. 1 second. I got this. Let's take this wire and let's snake it around the back. And I can side mount it on the bottom because there's enough space. It just means I'm gonna have to reach for the power button every time. But I do need to reach for the side button. Fuck. And there's not enough room underneath for me to have something like this because that's directly on the floor. I already experimented with that. It's not enough. So I need to have it as a standing unit. So let me pull this out just to experiment. Ooh, I could do that. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, 1 second. I just want to make sure I'm not getting this tangled up with these wires here for the lighting. We could do this. And this already has weight on it from tomatoes being planted. Just slightly turn in the slack. That'll, when it's weighted down, it's fine. And then we can side mount it like that. And then that gives me total control of that. All right. The one issue I'm gonna have is heat blowing directly on the plastic. So if it gets too hot, it could potentially melt it. But based off of the testing I've already done with one of these units, it doesn't get hot enough as long as I properly circulate it. Because I did test this. I got it up to 120 degrees and it was still very solid. It didn't feel sticky at all. So That was with it going at like an 80-degree setting. This I'm actually going to keep at like 68 degrees because with the fan it circulates. It gets as hot as, I want to say the highest I've seen it on 68 was like 83, but I actually keep it at about 65 to get it so it's no hotter than 80 degrees in here, because that's just a good temperature to have it on. Yeah, so that I can just remove at my leisure. Okay. Now I'm just going to let this run to see if it trips. But it's low wattage, so I doubt it. And then there's one more light I want to fix to the roof, but yeah. So what's also really, really good about this unit though, is while it's going, the humidity stays below 40%. When I let it rest, the humidity sometimes goes back up a little bit to like 70, but it's only when I have all this turned off, which will only be for a period of about 3 hours a day during the peak period of everything. So, yeah. I'm a little concerned about that heat, but I mean, I could always literally just side mount it like that and put it directly in the fan. Yeah, and at 68, I mean, or at 65, it's not getting too hot. But the thing is, this is going to hit the barrier and help below that. So yeah, if I put my hands in the way, I mean, hell, it's literally something like that. So it feels warm, but it's never too hot. But this is going to allow for the heat to pretty much travel up the side. So it's something I'm going to have to monitor over the next few days, but yeah. Yeah. All right. So toggle that off and let's get the cover on. All right. Ain't this exciting? Why does everyone think, bro, we're going to be streaming this every week. I'm going to show you what's growing in here. Like, good freaking God. Y'all are assholes. All right. This is the plastic sheath. There's 2 zipper units on it for the front. So in the event that that fan just runs too hot, I can always just remove that unit and have 3 units instead of 4 growing stuff. And that'll be fine. All right, let's go. I can't see. Ah. 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 Is that even open? Oh yeah, no, for the zipper. So pull this down. Right? Hold up, no. So this should be, we should be around. That needs to be pulled down. Wait a minute, no, I'm screwing this up. And I'm stepping on my zip ties. Okay. I swear I'll get this right. I swear it was not as hard the first time. Okay, yes. Yes. There we go. Okay. And then it zips down. Presto. All right, now the last thing. And this is something that I'm probably going to change later because of how it's working at the moment. But I have this set up on another unit, and it works for what it is right now, based off of how everything's weighted. So literally, because this is also super lightweight, but it doesn't pull on the green, and when it shakes, it doesn't slide off. But I'll probably find a way to still like duct tape it to the thing just to be safe. And that's the top lighting unit. Like I said, this is very ghetto. All right. Oh, that's a problem. The cord isn't long enough. Yeah, so I am gonna have to get it mounted on something to prevent it from sliding down because the cord just isn't long enough here. I didn't think about that. Huh. So how am I gonna get you mounted if I can't puncture the greenhouse unit? Or I could find a way to raise that because I have slack on everything. Decisions. I think it would be better to raise that instead, but that's going to be a concern of this thing sliding off. But it has these hooks right here for me to tie things to it. It's just how am I going to do that? Well, I guess that's going to be our next mystery, because the previous mystery of the stream, when we started the build on this, was how to get everything fixtured. But in the meantime, we still have half of it operational. So that will be the thing we do next stream, is we figure out a solution for that. All right, let's fire her up. Alrighty. I mean, yeah, I could probably just elevate that, but then the fear is if that has a pull, that's going to pull the lighting unit down and break it and potentially be a fire hazard. So, I'm racking my brain here trying to figure that one out. It's going to have something to support it, which means I might have to have something attached to it, which, you know, wouldn't be too bad. I could use tape and this pole over here. I can't fucking reach it. I could make something out of this, or I could use this wire rack. I could make some sort of unit to hang it properly, and then have that be attached to the top frame via duct tape. Yeah, again, ghetto. All right, let's fire her up. Now, the heating unit needs to be reset manually each time, which I don't mind. Because you just pull it out, you hit the power button, and then I reduce it down to 65. And we literally just put that right there, and then I close it. So I'm gonna have to be watching this to make sure it doesn't do any melting. But let me go grab something real quick, because I want to test circulation. Okay. Simple wireless temperature sensor charged with AAA batteries. That'll last me about a year or two. I'm gonna put it right here because this is just about the central unit. When I did testing in the past, god damn it, the unit, because this fell down, based off of having that properly circulate. See, what's nice is this fan also blows this out so it doesn't go directly on it to heat it. Yeah. So it's definitely hot and a little more loose, but not melting, which is good. But worst comes to worst, I can put it in the center there. I just have to figure out how I'm going to wire that properly. But we'll figure it out. And worst comes to worst, if this melts, I just put duct tape over it, you know? That's the one cure-all there. But I want to make sure that goes up to no more than 80 degrees, because range of plants is like, you know, for most, it's anywhere between 69 and 85, but usually around 70 to 79. And that's for your growing plants. For tropical plants, it's much hotter, but I wouldn't recommend this for tropical plants. So yeah, I'm not even feeling the heat on the other side now, because that just stops blowing, and then it'll blow on a loop. So gotta monitor that. Also monitor the humidity levels, and everything should be good. The one toughie about this is going to be the length of the plants. I want to eventually move the tomatoes up to here so there's more room. I just got to deal with that top grower light, but this is for my shorter plants. That's going to be for my taller plants. And then I got to monitor that. But yeah, so before this got a little hot down here, but it's it immediately cooled off. So again, something else I'll have to monitor. But it definitely like uncreased everything, which is quite funny. So that's at 71 degrees. I had a lot of the heat open though, so I'll let this run for a little bit because this will pulse on in another like 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll just have to monitor that. And I have to gauge how much energy this is going to consume and maybe look into some solar cells and shit. But yeah, that's that. It's not bad. All right, now let me show you guys. Here, this is the light on there. Let me show you guys what we're growing outside. All right, this is my little place I run off to when I start getting stressed about Arma 3 or YouTube stuff. So, put on some chat here. Why did Danny just ask if I was around? 1 second. Okay, he's asking about the Saigon op. Cool. I was a little worried about that. I was like, oh shit, like, he's one of the administrators of TSV. Did anything get scuffed? But yeah, let me show you what's going on here. So, this was me just all kind of experimenting with my first summer of growing stuff. As you can see, some stuff's doing well, some stuff isn't. But I've got tomatoes up here, broccoli, onions, which one sprouted but then died. I think it was just too hot for them because they were starting to sprout during the heat wave. As you can see, one of the broccoli stems kind of dampered off and it's still alive, but that one's eventually going to die, so I'll pluck it in a second. Up here, or over here, we got a bunch of green onion that survived. Oh dear. My self-service might have just died. If that's the case, oh well, I apologize.